I'm firefighter Becky Barr from Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service. Now, unfortunately this year, the public bonfire and firework displays have been cancelled due to COVID-19. But if you can't wait until 2021, I have my friends on hand to give you fire and firework safety advice for this year. So what do people need to think about when it comes to lighting their own bonfire?
So as you can see behind us, we've got the bonfire that my colleague Paul's going to light for us now. To eliminate the need for using any kind of accelerant, we've got a small stack of dry wood next to the bonfire itself. Underneath that small part of wood, we've got some paper, which is obviously more flammable. That makes it easier for us to light the bonfire itself. The bonfire is made of clean, dry wood, so that's less damaging to the environment. As you can see, there's no household waste in there. There's no white goods, no washing machines, tumble dryers. So that's really important for us to take into consideration. And we need to be careful too, don't we, in case animals have got into the bonfire while it's been built? Yeah. So obviously before Paul started to light that fire, we did a good check of it, because that fire could have been there for a couple of days, a couple of weeks as people have been building it. Obviously that's a great place for animals to crawl into. It's nice and warm in there. Also, if it's a larger bonfire, we can get children making dens in there, so it's really important that we do check that bonfire before we light it.
So once the fire has been lit, how can we be sure that people stay safe while they're watching the bonfire?
As you can see, the surrounding area of our bonfire is clear of trees, of properties. We're going to make sure that the area around that fire is a minimum 3 metres, but that's obviously dependent on how big your fire is. The bigger the fire, the further back you need to go. Obviously we need to stand up of the wind, so all the products of combustion that are coming off that fire are blowing away from the people that are watching it. Massively important to have water with us at all times. If anything goes wrong, then we can extinguish that fire quickly. We need to make sure that we don't turn our back on it, we don't leave it right till the fire is extinguished. We need to make sure that we've got an adult that's watching it at all times. And what do we need to do to make sure the fire is extinguished and safe to be left? So once the fire is out, there's no flames there, the fire's died down naturally, then we can go in and just put lots and lots of water on that fire. That will cool the fire down, it'll get rid of any embers, and it'll go noticeably wet and soggy, and then we're in a good place to leave that fire.
So do stay safe this bonfire night, and if you decide to celebrate at home, make sure you follow our safety advice. Alternatively, we will be hosting a virtual bonfire night live on Facebook on Thursday the 5th of November at 6:30 p.m. Now that will involve a bonfire and fireworks display, a tour of the fire engine, and it will finish with a bedtime story by firefighter Cluffy, who many people will know and love from the lockdown sessions. So follow us on Facebook for more information.